Stop what you're doing. Everything you think you know about RPGs is about to be wrong. This isn't just a new year of games. It's a hard reset on the entire genre, driven by impossible new tech. In this video, I've done the research and gathered 20 of the most promising RPGs that are set to redefine what a role-playing game can be. Let's get into it. Developed over 10 years, the high-speed action RPG, Lost Soul Aside, is a testament to dedication. What began as a solo indie project by developer Yang Bing has, with support from the gaming console company, Sony, blossomed into a full-blown AAA title. Inspired by the likes of the fantasy RPG series, Final Fantasy, and the action game series, Devil May Cry, the story follows Kaiser and his dragon-like companion as they battle interdimensional beings. The gameplay is all about lightning-fast combat, with weapon transformations and tactical style switching. The game promises a vibrant world, spectacular boss battles, and an emotional story of redemption. After a recent delay for extra polish, it's now targeting an August 29, 2025 release on PS5 and PC. Get ready to blast off again with the Sci-Fi RPG sequel, The Outer Worlds 2, the highly anticipated follow-up from the masters of role-playing at Obsidian Entertainment. Promising to retain the original's signature dark humor and deep RPG mechanics, this sequel is set to massively expand the scale and player freedom. The adventure takes us to the new Arcadia star system, where you'll investigate mysterious galactic rifts. The developers are emphasizing an even deeper RPG system and have added an enhanced combat system with parkour elements, making fights far more dynamic and unpredictable. It's set for a 2025 release on PC and Xbox. Next up, the Chinese studio Lindsay delivers the Souls-like action RPG, Wuchang Fallen Feathers, a dark and brutal journey set in the final crumbling years of the Ming dynasty. You are Wuchang, a pirate warrior stripped of her memory and cursed by a supernatural plague that twists people into grotesque monsters. Built on the powerful game development technology, Unreal Engine 5, the game throws you into relentless combat that demands precision. It's like a deadly dance where one wrong move means ruin. Wield a massive longsword or swift dual blades, chaining combos with arcane spells, and a shape-shifting arm that adapts to your foes. Speaking of crazy combat, what's the most unique weapon or ability you've ever seen in an RPG? Drop it in the comments below. I'm curious what you all have found. From Hotta Studio, the creators of the shared world RPG, Tower of Fantasy, comes the anime action RPG, Neverness to Everness. This free-to-play, open-world title blends a vibrant, futuristic urban environment with magic. You can explore a vast metropolis, purchase apartments, drive sleek sports cars, and of course, battle a huge variety of enemies. The game boasts a seamless fusion of fast-paced combat and open-world exploration, complete with dynamic weather and a living city that reacts to your choices. It also features extensive character and vehicle customization, offering deep opportunities for personal expression. A closed beta test was held recently, and the full game is slated for a 2025 release on PC and consoles. Get ready for a legend's return. The isometric action RPG, Titan Quest II, is the long-awaited sequel to the cult classic, now in the hands of Grimlore Games, the acclaimed developers behind the strategy game series, Spellforce 3. The story plunges us back into the world of ancient Greek mythology, where you'll face Nemesis, the goddess of retribution, who is punishing humanity for its hubris. Titan Quest II brings back the beloved isometric perspective, but elevates it with an advanced character progression system, allowing for intricate mastery combinations. The developers are focusing on handcrafted environments over procedural generation, ensuring every corner of the world feels purposeful and unique. For fans of strategic, turn-based combat, the tactical RPG sequel, Solasta 2, from French studio Tactical Adventures, is a dream come true. As a sequel to their 2021 hit, this game is celebrated for its faithful adaptation of the tabletop RPG rule set, Dungeons & Dragons 5th edition. Set decades after the original, a new threat looms over the fantasy world of Solasta. Developed on Unreal Engine 5, the game retains its deep D20 dice roll-based tactics while enhancing the graphics and expanding the storyline. It's a pure, classic tabletop RPG experience brought to life on screen. Prepare for a true epic with the massive multiplayer online RPG, Chrono Odyssey. Developed by Korean studio Npixel using Unreal Engine 5, this game is set on the sprawling continent of Cetera. Players will join the Idragon organization to wage war against all-powerful gods and their monstrous armies. But here's the game changer, a unique time manipulation system. Imagine being in the middle of a chaotic battle and having the ability to slow, speed up, or even rewind time itself. This adds an incredible layer of tactical depth to both PvE and PvP encounters. The world is filled with dynamic events and massive world boss fights that can involve hundreds of players at once. It's a scale that's hard to even comprehend. A cult classic is reborn. The classic RPG remake, Gothic one, is a complete, from-the-ground-up reimagining of the iconic 2001 RPG. Developed by Alchemia Interactive on Unreal Engine 5, this remake aims to preserve the gritty atmosphere of the original while overhauling the graphics, animations, and gameplay. The developers have focused on creating a truly living world where NPCs have their own schedules. The combat system has been reworked to be faster and more responsive, and while the story remains faithful, they've fixed old plot holes and improved the dialogue. Based on feedback from the playable demo, the world feels more alive and atmospheric than ever. It's planned for a 2025 PC release. Shifting gears from high fantasy to a grim future, the Cyberpunk detective RPG, Neo Berlin 2087, plunges you into a dystopian world where the gap between the ultra-rich and the destitute has become a chasm. You play as Nolan, a detective armed with a rare ability to sense the emotions of others, a skill that's both a gift and a curse in a city drowning in technology and corruption. Your mission: investigate the mysterious death of the police chief while protecting his daughter, Natalie, who holds the key to the entire conspiracy. Unlike many action-focused cyberpunk games, this title from Elysium Game Studio emphasizes true detective work and complex character interactions. It promises an engaging story where your moral dilemmas take center stage, presented with stunning graphics on Unreal Engine 5. From a tale of troubled development rises a beacon of hope for fans of urban fantasy. The urban fantasy RPG, Vampire: The Masquerade, Bloodlines 2, has had a long, complicated history, but after being taken over by the acclaimed studio, The Chinese Room, it's now set for an October 2025 release. Set in modern-day Seattle, you'll play an elder vampire navigating the city's hidden nocturnal society. The game blends stealth, deep social interactions, and tactical combat, where your choices shape relationships with warring vampire clans. 4 unique clans will be available at launch, and with twice as many endings as the original, the replayability is off the charts. Which vampire clan are you most excited to join? Let me know your pick down below. After 2 years in early access, the dark fantasy open-world RPG Tainted Grail: The Fall of Avalon is finally ready for its full release. From the Polish studio Questline, this game offers a grim, mature reimagining of the King Arthur legend. Avalon is not a Camelot of shining armor. It's a land cursed with an eternal autumn and ravaged by a plague known as the Red Death. At its core is a branching narrative with dozens of development paths and countless moral dilemmas that directly shape the ending. The world is vast, with over 250 fully voiced NPCs and more than 200 side quests. This isn't just an RPG, it's a deep, living world simulation, with systems for alchemy, blacksmithing, and fishing that promise 50 to 70 hours of deep immersion. If you could live in any fantasy world, which would it be and why? Let me know in the comments. Let's see who's brave enough for Avalon. Here's a unique blend of genres. The sci-fi strategy RPG, Arknights Endfield. From Chinese studios Hypergriff and Mountain Contour, this game combines real-time strategy with action RPG combat. Set on the alien planet of Talos 2, players control the administrator, exploring the world and solving tactical challenges by commanding a team of 4 heroes in real-time battles. After a closed beta in January 2025, users praised the dynamic combat and detailed environments, which include resource gathering and base building. While the developers are still balancing the difficulty, the game has already attracted massive attention for its stunning anime visuals and innovative fusion of strategic and action elements. Which of these genre-bending games are you most excited for? The strategy of Arknights or the detective work of Neo Berlin? Tell me your pick. We're starting with a game that's been commanding attention, the open-world action RPG, Crimson Desert. Developed by the South Korean studio Pearl Abyss, this isn't just their next project, it's their bold statement to break free from the shadow of Black Desert. They're flexing the power of their proprietary Black Space engine, and it shows. You play as Cliff, a weathered mercenary captain plunged headfirst into a brutal continent where alliances are as fleeting as a desert mirage, and every swing of your sword is a declaration. Forget cookie-cutter fantasy. Here you'll carve through enemies with a mix of visceral swordplay, firearms, and blistering spells. Then, in the next moment, you could be scaling a fortress wall or leaping onto the back of a dragon to tear across the sky. The combat feels like it has real weight, more grounded and impactful than many of its peers. Less floaty, more brutally kinetic. We have the dark fantasy action RPG, Ballad of Antara, from Tipsworks Studio, the minds behind the mobile hit Pascal's Wager. Developed on Unreal Engine 5, this game features a combat system reminiscent of the action RPG, Wolong Fallen Dynasty, with precise dodges and stamina management. Its core mechanic is the Rift, a system that allows you to transition between parallel worlds in real time, both in combat and exploration. Each dimension has different level designs and enemy behaviors, adding incredible tactical depth. The game will be free to play, raising questions about monetization, but its dark atmosphere, challenging combat, and innovative world-switching mechanic make it a title to watch closely in 2025. Prepare for sheer, unadulterated style with the Wuxia action RPG, Phantom Blade Zero. This ambitious title from Chinese studio S-Game blends classic martial arts cinema with the hardcore gameplay of games like the stealth action series, Sekiro, and the action-adventure series, Ninja Gaiden. In the unique Phantom world, you play as Sol, an elite assassin betrayed and left for dead. His quest for vengeance uncovers a conspiracy that threatens the world's foundation. The combat is pure cinematic art, focused on precision, timing, and dynamic movement that turns every fight into a breathtaking spectacle. The semi-open world is filled with dangers and secrets, and the game is visually stunning, with a dark atmosphere and intense boss battles. It's aiming for a 2025 release on PC and PS5. Prepare for a game of truly legendary ambition. The grand-scale fantasy RPG, The Wayward Realms, is developed by Once Lost Games, a studio founded by the original creators of the fantasy RPG series, The Elder Scrolls, Ted Peterson and Julian Lefay. Positioned as a spiritual successor to Daggerfall, this game features a procedurally generated open world of roughly 500,000 square kilometers, populated by thousands of NPCs with their own lives. But its most revolutionary feature is a virtual game master system. This artificial intelligence technology, AI, driven GM, adapts quests and storylines to your specific playstyle, creating a truly unique experience every single time. There's no traditional main story. Instead, countless interconnected questlines shape a dynamic world where cities can rise and fall. It's the ultimate old-school RPG dream powered by modern tech. Another stunning Wuxia-inspired title, the Wuxia Open World RPG, Where Winds Meet, is an open-world action RPG from Everstone Studio. Set during the chaotic 5 Dynasties and 10 Kingdoms period of China, you play a young martial arts master navigating a war-torn country. The world is rendered in a picturesque Eastern style, using NetEase's proprietary Messiah engine, with dense forests, mountain passes, and bustling villages. The combat system is a whirlwind of acrobatics, parrying, and aerial strikes. While primarily a single-player experience, the developers have hinted at multiplayer elements. Many have compared it to the stealth action-adventure game, Assassin's Creed, and the samurai action-adventure game, Ghost of Tsushima, for its style, but it stands on its own with a unique non-linear story rooted in Eastern mythology. If you enjoyed this deep dive, make sure to smash that like button, subscribe for more guides to the future of gaming, and ring that bell so you never miss an update. I've already covered some of these in my best upcoming PlayStation games video, so be sure to check that out next. Thanks for watching. See you in the next one.